Hey everyone, this is our how-to on how to take notes. So hopefully what you're doing right now is you're sitting there with your notebook and you're going to copy down the notes on how to take notes. And that'll help you throughout the year when you see one of these videos and you notice things like colors and underlining. So what I'd like you to do right now is get out your notebook, sit there and follow along with me as I try to explain to you how you should watch one of these videos and take the notes. So first off, how to take notes. Always copy down the heading of the board. Well, right now, what I'd like you to do is copy down and write down how to take notes. That's the heading of this one board. Next, notice the colors that are used. I've typically been using black as my headers, but that could change. Just notice what things are the headers or the sub kind of information for you to copy down. And if you see colors that stand out, that's probably because either that word is important or that person's name is important. And then finally, on this board, is there anything underlined? Now, I underlined the word underlined here. So when you see other boards, and we'll practice these in future videos, if you see anything underlined, it's probably important as well, and you should take note of that. So, if you didn't get everything that's written on this board right now, what you can do is you can always hit pause to pause the video, get your notes down, and then play it again. And the nice thing is, you can always come back to these videos and watch them again. So let's move on to our second board. And our second board is all about definitions. Now you should be copying down right now the header, definitions in your notebook. And I gave you an example of copying down definitions by giving you the definition of definition. So I have our definition, a statement of the meaning of the word, phrase, or term. Now when I have terms that you need to know or define and we put them in our notebook, I will underline them. And that will be followed by their meaning, their meanings. Whatever the word is, its meaning will be after it. So what is a definition? It's a statement of the meaning of the word, phrase, or term. Why are these definitions important? Well, they give us an understanding of what it is we're going to be talking about. And they also help build our vocabulary. So when we are sitting around discussing these items, and you use the words like, for example, potential energy or kinetic energy, everyone understands at the desk. Instead of saying, the energy used for movement, well, you'll get the definition that that's kinetic energy. So it's easier to use the word kinetic energy instead of using the phrase, the energy that's associated with movement all the time. And that way you're building up your vocabulary. So as you go through the years here at the middle school and high school, you'll see these words over and over and over again. Our next board brings us to examples. Now, examples is our header on this board, so you should be writing examples in your notebook. And examples will always be labeled example. Makes sense, right? They are used to help increase our understanding. So if I give you a definition or a term, and I want you to understand that, I may give you several examples to help you understand it. Now the example I have for you here is, I'm giving you the definition, remember back to the other board, the definition of even numbers. It's underlined, the term I want you to know. An even number is an integer that is evenly divisible by 2. Now that's the definition. Underlined the word, gave the meaning. And then following it, I've given you some examples. What are some examples of even numbers? Well, 4 is an example because 4 divided by 2 is 2. It's evenly divisible. 6 divided by 2 equals 3, evenly divisible. I could give you an example of maybe 7 and show you that it's not evenly divisible. You may see examples of things that a term isn't to help with your understanding as well. And then finally, for this first part of taking notes, we have drawings and diagrams. Now sometimes you'll see drawings or diagrams, especially since we do science a lot, you'll see some diagrams that I have up here. Now, it's beneficial for you to copy down those diagrams so it gives you a better understanding of what we're talking about. Drawings and diagrams help us to visualize the object. I could talk all I want about a cube right now, but by giving you an example of a cube, it is visualizing it for you. Now you can see the things I want you to see. They should include clear labels. Now, here's my cube that I'm drawing for you, and this will help you out in math class, hopefully. Here's my cube, and there's some terms I want you to see on this cube. For example, the flat area here, and the flat area up here, and on the bottom and the other sides. Those are the faces of the cube. This corner, where two angles meet, or two line segments meet and make a corner, we're going to call that a vertex. Now the plural, if we talk about more than one, like these two down here, you can call, or they are called vertices. And I have that example here. Plural equals vertices. And then finally, for this cube, that side right there, that part sticking out is called the edge. Now hopefully you've taken down all the notes from the boards. In an upcoming video, we're going to talk about cues that I may give you or things that I say that you can copy down. So look forward to that in future videos, and hopefully if you need to, go back, pause, go back to the section that you might need to catch up on, and copy down your notes or review the notes at any time.